Oh. Okay. No, I lied. Not okay. Bad! There is no reason to compare him to Wanderer. That was a dumb message by someone in chat. He moves freely while doing his damage. Like, very freely. Right? Which makes him inherently a lot less reliant on resistance to interruption than other characters. Because he can dodge freely while doing his damage. Like, you don't even have to dash at the right moment. You can just run away from the enemy while they're running towards you. You can do... while they're running towards you.
I know you don't typically recommend pulling on the weapon banner, but I'm going for Neuvillette and I don't have good catalysts. Do you think his signature is worth going for? My only other option is Prototype Amber, since I don't even have Lost Prayers Samurai by Welkin, but BP is too much.
No, I don't think it's worth going for. I can explain it in a second. Basically, alright, the issue with that is Neuvillette does not have access to a lot of buffs, right? Which means that you're mainly not going to be playing him in Hyper Team. You're going to be playing him in teams where there's multiple party members contributing to the damage. If, for example, you're looking at a Hyper Bloom team, right? He's going to be maybe 40% of the team's damage, if we're being very generous. That's very, very generous, though. Right? Okay, so let's take a look at how much damage he can be doing, right? So base HP, HP percent, flat HP, total HP, damage percent, crit value, crit multiplier, effective HP, motion value, damage. Base HP, 14,695. That's not base, but whatever. HP percent. Bill's gonna get... what? Let's think about it. Well, he's getting main stat, for sure. He's getting substats. Is he getting anything else in a Hyperloom team? Not really, right? Ascension 4. Does that give him HP? No, it doesn't. Huh? What? It's damage percent? Yeah, it's damage percent. It's not HP. You're getting a little bit more HP percent than this. Maybe look more like this from subs. Flat HP, 5k. Alright, damage percent, goblet, oops, 2 beasts, and passive, which is, let's say an average of like 25. That's kind of it. Crit value, 98.4. 62.2, 72, 20 times 6.6. Okay, and now what weapon are we giving him? Okay, 41.3, so Amber versus Signature. Plus 41.3. And then Signature is not as much here. It's 16. 36 damage percent. And a bunch of crit value. Which is obviously going to make his damage quite a bit higher, right? Total HP, damage percent, multiplier. Very cool. Although here I kind of can't do this. I have to do this -1. Yeah. All right. Event weapon? What event weapon? I haven't seen this before. Oh, that's cringe. I don't like this. Yeah, I don't like this at all. Okay. Definitely not better than Amber. I'll think about it on other characters after, though. But on him, it's definitely not good. That's R1. I guess that's fair. 36 charge attack. No, that's still not better than Amber. Yeah, fuck that. Okay! Motion value. I mean, the motion value doesn't matter, actually. I mean, technically it does, but, like, not really. Whatever. So, like, with a signature, compared to Amber, you're gonna be doing... Wow, 40... Why is that? Wow, 40% more damage. That's huge, right? Well, it's not bad. But it's only, like, about a third of your damage that's increased by this amount, right? So, like, it's... this is your... And here I'm not actually looking at how Prototype Amber can save you ER requirements. If we do look at that, realistically, if you do want to burst every rotation, Amber is going to make a huge difference. It's going to be like, maybe something like this. Closer to like 25%. It's going to depend on a lot of factors, though. But, like, the point being, because he's not played in hyper teams, his signature being further ahead than the alternatives isn't as big of a deal. His signature refunds energy too, does it? Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, I guess that's true. Okay, so it probably is closer to this then. Like, okay, basically my point is, like, this is a good weapon and it is good on him. Just keep in mind that he is not a hyper carry. So the amount that you're gaining from the weapon isn't doing as much as you think it is. Before looking at ER Rex, we can take a look at this. Yeah. Yeah, I think that his best teams are gonna have kind of weird little rotation. In the sense that his ER requirements, if you want to burst every rotation, are omega high to the point where, like, it hurts his damage a lot. And you don't actually need to burst every rotation because his E cooldown is 12 seconds, right? You can't do 2 E's per rotation on 20-second rotations, but you can do 3 E's per 2 rotations. So if you do a rotation with 2 E's and then a rotation with E plus burst, you alternate between 2 and 3 charge attack rotations, and because it's likely to end up slightly over 20 seconds if you do 3 anyways, I feel like it's gonna line up pretty well for, like, asynchronous rotations, basically. But, like, not really asynchronous. Like, it's... Basically, think of it as a 40-second rotation instead of a 20-second rotation, right? A 40-second rotation with 3 E's rather than a 20-second rotation with 1 E. I think that's how he's gonna feel best for most people. 40-second rotation sounds like a lot. I mean, not really. Like, again, yeah, it's a 40-second rotation, but it's really just 2 20-second rotations. It's just that the thing you do on each 20-second rotation is different. It alternates between 2 things. Basically, you burst every other rotation instead of every rotation.
I want Zhongli and I wonder, is it a troll to play him as burst support before C2? I have an unused Homer lying around, so I'm think of using that, plus and 2 PC Petra, 2 PC Noblesse.
It's gonna depend on the team. Basically, if you're in teams where you have things that you can be doing all the time, then using his burst is not good. Like, for example, right, if you play him in a Linny team, Linny doesn't have a set uptime limit, right? You can stay on him as long as you want. It's just you're going to want to swap out when your buffs are gone. But in teams like that, you're not actually gaining much more damage, if any, by using your Zhongli burst instead of charge-shotting on Linny, for example, right? Whereas, on the other hand, if you're playing something like... I don't know, what's a good example of a team that has, like, gaps that you need to work around anyways? Mono Geo? That's not a good example. Yeah, maybe it's a Fnutty team, right? Sure. But then building him for his damage makes a bit more sense.